Hello internet world, welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. This is a little bit different, isn't it? Different angle for you today. I'm showing you a product that's sitting on top of my 27-inch iMac. It's the BenQ ScreenBar Plus. Now I have featured a product very similar to this from BenQ on the channel quite some time ago. That was their screen bar. This is the ScreenBar Plus, so it adds in a little bit extra. The previous one was just the screen bar by itself. This one adds in this little control, so you can control the light from the little puck on your desk, and I think it works really well. Now when I first saw one of these products, or the initial generation of this, I was a bit concerned because I thought having a light above your screen was not going to be ideal. Surely it was going to cause reflections and not really add much to your sort of user experience, but it really is good for late night working, or indeed just for adding a little bit of extra light thrown down onto your keyboard and desk area. So before I show you the product, this is a live broadcast of course, so I want to say a big hello to Aaron Stoy, Ahmed, Oyvind and also Darren Bird. Thank you very much for tuning in, I really do appreciate it. Darren Bird never really found a soundbar that I'm happy with. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. I thought you were going to say screen bar. This is a screen bar. This is really cool, so you can see it sitting on top of the monitor. I will take it off in the latter part of this video so you can have a closer look. It's got a weight on the back. You can actually rotate this round very slightly, so you can face it further away from the screen, or you can point it more in a downwards position. There's just a tiny bit of adjustment. I wish there was more adjustment. That's my only sort of real negative point on this. It plugs in via USB. So you plug this into a spare USB port either on your computer, back of your monitor, hub, or an external sort of USB power brick. I've got this plugged into a USB port on the back of the monitor. And then we've also got this little puck that's sitting on my desk here, and you can rotate this to control the brightness. So I can make this brighter, so we've got a nice bright light coming down onto the desk, or we can actually dim it down so that it's just a tiny bit of sort of ambient light coming down. We can also push a button here, and this allows us to actually control the temperature. Let's just do that again because it didn't turn on. So now we can control the color temperature, so we can make it cooler or whiter. So we've got a warmer light or a cooler light coming on, and you do this with a combination of the buttons on the front of here. Very nice to be able to control this and make it different temperatures and also different intensities of light. I think it works extremely well. Let's just do this once more. So here we've got a nice cool light coming through, very white, and then we can go all the way round to a very warm light, so more yellowish light. Really nicely done. Let's go back round to the cool light because that's what I prefer for the videos, and then we can click again and move over to brightness, and now we're controlling the brightness. It all works extremely well. I really do like it. I think I'm going to remove it from the monitor if I can. I've got it like on an extension lead. Let's just see if I can take this off so that you can have a closer look. All the way around here. There we go. So I wanted to actually plug it in a slightly different way, just so that I could pull this over and actually show you it a little bit closer. Let's in fact turn this off. The button or the rotary dial on here allows you to push in and turn on or off. This is what the screen bar looks like. So it's got this like tacky material on the counterweight on the back. This sort of just gives it a little bit of friction or adhesion on the back of your monitor. It also expands for different thicknesses of monitor, and then there's a little lip on the front with a nice bit of rubber on the back, so it's not going to damage your screen, and that enables it to actually sit really nicely on the top of your monitor. This is what the array of LEDs looks like, and then the micro USB that leads through to this lead here actually connects into the back of the light, and this is the amount of adjustment you've got, because it's dictated to by the way they've designed this. So we can actually move this all the way down like so, or we can move it all the way up. Let me show you that from the front, so you can have it facing sort of outwards or indeed downwards, but it's very, very little adjustment. Probably I would say about 7mm on that back point, so 7mm rotation. Now I'm going to turn this on, so prepare yourself for the bright light. We're going to push the button on the rotary dial and this turns it on. We're currently set on brightness, so I can control the intensity of the light, and it really is bright, very, very bright indeed, as you can see there if I shine it on my face. And then we can also tap and hold. Oh no, we've got to do the other button, and now we're on temperature, so we can change it to a warm light and then all the way round to a cool light. And then let's tap again, and we're going to just turn that intensity down just so it's not quite as bright in my face. But it's a very effective way of doing things. This has got some nice weight to it, sits on the desk very nicely without moving around. The USB cables are flat, and as I mentioned before, it's in this like Y configuration, so one of the cables goes to the power, the other one goes to the actual light itself, and then we've got this control in the middle. Really very, very nice indeed. Let's turn that off one more time. It's a really good product. Brula says no glare in the monitor. That was my main concern with this, is that it was going to really glare on the screen, but if you point it outwards very slightly away from the monitor, there's not really too much glare. Even on a glossy screen like this, there is a minimal amount sometimes, but for the most part it's not. And if you've got a monitor like I've got over on my main editing desk, which is a matte finish monitor, it's really very good indeed. Absolutely superb, especially for late night work. Allows you to illuminate your desk and your keyboard. My keyboards here are all wireless, so they haven't got backlit keys, so having something like this is a really good solution to late night working. Let's take a look inside the live broadcast. Connor Morris, thankfully I've got to see your videos once and all for today. That's really good of you to say, Connor. We've also got Krabby Gamer. I have a question. 2 laptops, Asus Scar, Zephyrus M, which one would you get? Wow, I'm not really experienced in gaming laptops. I'm not a Windows user, but out of those two, I've actually handled and used the Zephyrus M, so I'd probably go for that. Beautiful, beautiful laptop. We've also got Darren Bird chiming in as well. Oivin saying cool product, and also Shoaib and Muttley in the live broadcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. So anyway, that's pretty much it for my look at this. This is the BenQ ScreenBar Plus. I think it's a really nice product. The fact they've added this control so that we can control it from the desktop, really nice touch, rather than having to sort of turn on the screen bar from the touch. The previous one had like touch controls on the bar itself. I prefer this, much easier to use. I've left links to where you can actually pick this up down in the video description area, so please do check that out. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it each and every time. It's Black Friday today as well, so no doubt some of you, not all of you, but some of you will be looking for those deals. If you follow @GeekDiscounts on Twitter, let me just pop this into the live chat. So if you follow Geek Discounts on Twitter, please do give them a follow. It's an account that I run, so please do follow that on Twitter. I've tweeted out, hand-picked my best deals of today. There are some really good ones, and I share deals across multiple countries. Not every country, admittedly, mainly the UK, USA, Germany and France, but there are some other deals that I share as well, so please do follow that Twitter account. That's it for this video. Hit that like button, you know you want to do it, and just have a fantastic Friday and a fantastic weekend ahead. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video very soon.